Hello friends, I wanted to take you for a garden tour. We just planted potatoes, picked zucchini, yellow squash, blueberries, and wild black raspberries. So I want to do a garden tour today. We'll start up at the top, and this is our compost pile. Since we also, not only did we plant potatoes, but we harvested potatoes. And all the greens go in here. And then there's the good compost soil. You can see it's kind of where the rogue tomatoes ended up. This might be the year of tomatoes. And I just saw a little borage plant right there. That flower is edible, as are the young leaves. This is our new experiment this year. We've been making our own fertilizer. So grabbing chicken manure, sheep manure, and the dirty bedding, putting it in there with water and letting it marinate. Here's our first raised bed. This one is Swiss chard in front, collard greens in the back. You can see bugs really like collard greens. Everything's organic here, natural. We do use some neem oil. This I'm very excited about. This is my goji berry. You can see how tiny it is. So I made it past its inch phase. Think we're gonna do good. Here are blueberries. This is the strawberry patch, which is done. And like I said, I already harvested blueberries, so you won't see too many. Here's I have two varieties. So here's a much bigger plant. Here is the herb bed. We have parsley and rosemary, stevia, thyme, more thyme hiding under the parsley, extra collard greens in the back, holy basil, another rogue tomato, normal large leaf basil, Thai basil, you see a pretty purple stem on it, and dill. We like cucumbers a lot. We like pickles even better. And we also make zickles. We put this with garlic and vinegar or salt, dill, and fresh zucchini. We named zickles. Here's some sage plants. More parsley. Another big, beautiful blueberry shrub. Blueberry bush. Here are the currants. They're almost done. But we still have some good currants. They will get picked more. Behind is our, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Look at all these beautiful currants. I definitely need to harvest these today. Here are the Concord grapes. You can see them starting in there. We have black currants and red currants. Here's a goji. The dogs love not goji, gooseberry. The dogs love to bed down at the base of it. There's some gooseberries. You can tell I've been picking black raspberries. So unfortunately the dogs are kind of mean to this plant, but it's still giving us some fruit. Here is, first of all, we have a lot of mint. We also have bees, so we let it go to flower so the bees can hop on it, pollinate it, make some honey. Here's our salad bar. There's just mixed greens here. They call it a land seaweed. It's amazing, super crunchy, great stuff. Some more lettuce. This beautiful purple is shiso, another Japanese flavor. I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know what they use it for, but we throw it in salads like an herb. Delicious. We're letting the spinach go to seed here. And here's some more mint. Over here is some chocolate mint. You can see the stems are darker. That's our chocolate mint. Here's our cucumber bed. I've gotten a couple cucumbers off of that. And here is one of our tomato beds. I did some companion planting, so I put some basil in with the tomatoes to help with the tomato hornworm. This one is cherry tomatoes, tomatillos, and ground cherries. There's another basil plant hiding in there. We just harvested potatoes from here and planted potatoes. You can see my one random cauliflower plant said to plant. Oh, I'm actually looking at beetles from here. These are potatoes as well. We did an experiment here planting whole potatoes instead of cutting them. And up in that straw patch is rhubarb. I'll apologize if you can hear me crunching. I always eat my way through the garden. This is a potato bug. Where is it? Right there. A very full potato bug. We actually pick them off one at a time. And then they go into a container of soapy water. We did Redskins, purple, Kennebuck, and Idaho potatoes this year. There's another one of the cauliflower. Oh, I got sidetracked. It was supposed to be cabbage, but I figured cauliflower was close enough to cabbage, and that's to help with the cabbage moths and potato bugs. Here, we've already replanted this. We harvested and replanted it about 2 weeks ago. See the potatoes sprouting up now. I guess we'll work our way this way. Some more potatoes. We really like potatoes. Cabbage. We really like sauerkraut. We brought in lots of leaf mulch. You can see the leaf mulch here. It is not good to plant seedlings in whatsoever. Very stunted. So in amongst all this purslane is also more cabbages that were seedlings that we had to transplant. Not sure what that thing is. Might be an eggplant. Did plant one somewhere. We have lots of different squashes. Oh, this is cool. This is a sweet potato in bloom. We ran out of garden space. Look at that. Have fun. Another yellow squash. This is beets. Beets were really affected by that leaf mulch, so we've had to do a lot of transplanting. This was our onion bed. Did not go well this year. It was very new, not new soil layers, too hot. So we got some onions. Here's a Malabar spinach. Rogue tomatoes. This is really fun. This is a new one for me this year. This is bitter melon. I actually saw some plants. There's one. Isn't that cool? Never eaten it. Some of your bitter melon recipes. Lots of those starting. We give them a trellis to climb on. More bitter melon and then Asian cucumbers. This is the artichoke bed. You can see my chickens on the other side of the fence. Our swarm boxes, if any bees want to join us. More trellising for, these were asparagus beans. Found those at the Asian market. They get really big. This was the carrot bed. You can see a couple carrots. The beans are happy here. The tomatoes are really happy. I don't know if I planted them or if throwing tomatoes over the fence, there's my pawpaw tree, actually seeded or not. A little nasturtium down in there. And I leave the milkweed for the bees and the butterflies, the monarchs. This was rutabaga. and all my root vegetables. There's also too hot, as in the soil, too much hot manure in it. It's a rutabaga. More rogue tomatoes. Story of my garden, rogue tomatoes. Here's some broccoli plants. Squash, not sure what kind. More squash or pumpkin. I did plant a lot of blue Hubbard, that's my favorite. I think this is a rogue tomatillo, judging by the color of the flower. And here is my pepper bed. Hot on this side, not on that side. Assuming nothing got transplanted. And look, another rogue tomato. Year of the tomatoes. Here's my black raspberry patch. These are wild black raspberries. I actually did move them into the garden. I missed a couple. We'll eat these. I missed this whole section. Cool. More milkweed. Here is the zucchini celery. Beautiful celery. See if I can show you the difference between a male and female flower. It's right here. This is a male flower. Check out its stem. See how that is straight versus, trying to find a female one. So the female already has fruit. Not this big, this is already quite developed. But you'll see the fruit starting right away. Right underneath that flower. Oh, look right here. That is a female flower. See how that's much different than that other, than that one. That's a male. So I just learned, pick your male squash blossoms, not all of them, or zucchini blossoms, and you can eat them. Here is a Japanese beetle. Oops, lost them. I actually was eating raspberries the other day, and there's one of these little boogers in with my raspberries. I threw it in my mouth, not knowing it, and it pinched my tongue. Not happy about that. Here is our sugar snap peas. A little area from to vine on. Our new salad bar. Lots of horseradish. 3 varieties of kale. Oh, this is a fun one. This is the amaranth. The first time I've grown amaranth. I didn't know how big it was going to get. Here's another variety kale. And the purple kale. And I planted dill in with the kale as a companion plant. Keep things from eating the kale up. Amaranth, this variety of amaranth, the leaves are also edible. You can see the flowers starting. Amaranth is a gluten-free grain. Ooh, this one's really fun. This is tree lettuce. Tree lettuce will always be in my garden from now on. It has these huge stalks that are edible. Going to seed, I need to pick that one. Here's some more tomatillos. These were a semi-determinate type of tomato. Don't remember which. This is the only one we don't prune. And a little cauliflower patch next to the horseradish. And also in with the horseradish is a lot of garlic. We already picked the garlic scapes, so here's some garlic. And this was a cover crop. I don't know if it was rye or what, but this actually grew from our winter cover crop. There you go. There's the garden. Those are some current cuttings I did.